You may have seen my previous video on the cryptids that could dwell deep inside the Amazon rainforest. If you have, you'll understand how dark and full of secrets the rainforest actually is. But cryptids aren't all in there that puzzles us. So here are 5 of the creepiest mysteries surrounding the Amazon rainforest. There are several types of Lupino trees in the Amazon, and the myths about them differ greatly. The trees are beautiful, massive, and said to possess magical properties. They are considered protectors of the jungle and will curse anyone who offends them. If you venture into its territory, the, quote, sorcerer tree may punish you by causing your stomach to swell until you finally die from ruptured intestines. There are even tales of folks becoming ill after urinating just too close to the tree's roots. Still, there are some there that harness the tree's magic for their personal gain. For example, there's more tales of people causing an enemy to suffer by leaving his clothes or belongings at the base of the tree. Or they can harvest the tree's sap to use as a potent poison. Although it may appear wild and uncharted, a new study revealed that the forest may actually have been structured by ancient Amazonian people. Their research suggests that Amazon as we know it is actually a result of one of the world's earliest experiments with farming. The extent to which pre-Columbian societies shaped Amazonian landscapes has been widely debated. Some experts believe that people simply camped in areas that had rich vegetation. But Carolina Livis, a paleontologist in the Netherlands and the lead author of the study, begs to differ. In the study she writes that they discovered abundances of 85 woody species domesticated by pre-Columbian people. Domesticated species are 5 times more likely than non-domesticated species to be hyperdominant. Across the basin, the relative abundance and richness of domesticated species increase in forests in and around archaeological sites. The southwestern and eastern Amazonia, distant to archaeological sites, strongly influences the relative abundance and richness of domesticated species. Our analysis indicate that modern tree communities in Amazonia are structured to an important extent by a long history of plant domestication by Amazonian people. Local villagers tell of a river that's so hot it boils and bubbles like a scalding cauldron, releasing steam and, by some accounts, poisonous gas into the air. The natives believe it to be a steaming, scorching, nightmarish kind of place. Although such hot rivers do exist for short periods near places with heavy volcanic or geothermal activity, of which there is none where the legendary boiling river is said to exist, experts shot down the idea that this place could be real. However, a river that is 6.25 kilometers long and 25 meters wide was discovered reaching boiling temperatures, literally slow-cooking animals that are unfortunate enough to fall in. The vast amount of water being heated like this, so far away from any discernible heat source, made this river truly unique in the world, and is a perplexing mystery. And even though it is being studied still to this day, no answer has been put forth as to why this river is so hot. Troy Alexander, a graduate student from Georgia Tech, found something very unusual in the forest near Tambosta Research Center in southeastern Peru. In several locations were found mysterious web-like structures that somewhat look like a spire surrounded by a white picket fence, and which measure around 2 centimeters across. Photos of the mysterious formations were posted online by Alexander, but no one has been able to figure out just what made them, or why. Experts said that they have no idea what could have created this, although theories range from some sort of defense mechanism to a unique way to catch insects. As to what species created them, it remains a mystery. All anyone really seems to know that the circular structures are made by some sort of spider. Concentrated efforts made by biologists to try to find any evidence of what kind of spider made this structure have only turned up one clue, in the form of a single egg, ensconced within the spire in the middle. What species it could be or why it would just lay one single egg surrounded by the formation is a complete enigma. Another spider mystery has been found in the discovery of webs that harbor silken structures that resemble spiders hovering intertwined within the web itself, and made up of web, debris, parts of prey, and even bits of the spider's own molted exoskeleton to create a lifeless golem spider of sorts. These would seem to essentially serve as decoys to throw off predators from the real resident of the web, confusing them or scaring them away. As the decoys are much larger than the spider itself, this is the only known example of a spider creating such a detailed, defined mimic of itself from its web, and it's thought that it is most likely a new species or even a new genus of spider. In the often impenetrable lushness of the Amazon rainforest, it's easy to see why so many people believed it was untouched wilderness before Europeans explored the area. But more discoveries show that indigenous people altered the land long before then. Most recently, Brazilian and UK researchers have discovered more than 450 massive geoglyphs that have been concealed for centuries by trees. The earthworks only came to light due to deforestation in the Brazilian rainforest. They cover an area of roughly 5,000 square miles. The geoglyphs are striking in their size and their number. Some of the trenches are as large as 36 feet wide and 13 feet deep. Tying into item 1, there are domesticated hyperdominant species of trees and plants in these areas, but research shows that this domestication started 2,000 years before these earthworks were built, showing that the people could have possibly been settled here for thousands and thousands of years. So there were 5 creepy mysteries surrounding the Amazon rainforest. I really enjoy this topic, because the Amazon rainforest is so deep, dark, and unexplored. And I feel like a lot of people haven't looked into it as much as the pyramids or the Bermuda Triangle and other more popular topics. So I really hope all of you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed making it. Thanks for watching.